Can I finish an Ironman in 12 months from now? I've never run a marathon. I don't have a bike. And I can't swim. I've tried to make this video for 6 months and I recorded, deleted the footage at least 4 times. I'm tired of this, so I've completely ditched my ultra professional recording setup that made me look like a podcaster, and here I am having a genuine conversation with you. This is Becoming an Athlete, episode 1. My name is Luca. I made myself tea, actually it's chamomile. Let's talk about what is the series. The series is called Becoming an Athlete, and I've actually started this series 6 months ago. But as I mentioned, I started recording and I was never happy with how the video was turning out. The truth is, I'm never happy with things unless they're perfect, and that's probably one of my problems. And if something is just not perfect, I would rather ditch it and restart it completely. And that's what happened with the video. I recorded multiple times, I recorded multiple sessions of me training and struggling, and I just thought they weren't good enough, but the truth is they will probably never be good enough. So I just need to cope with it and learn that perfection is achieved through failures sometimes. I am obese, and that's a truth. I weigh 98 kilos and I'm 180 centimeters. I'll probably be able to put my measurements in empirical if you guys are American, so they should appear now. Well, so basically I'm obese, or very very fat at least. According to the BMI scale, my BMI is 30.4 right now at 98 kilos, and that means that I'm obese type 1. But to be completely honest, when I started this process, I weighed around 110 kilos. I didn't have a scale back then, so this is an assessment I'm making based off visual mostly. But I can tell you that when I bought a scale, the first time I scaled myself, I was 102 kilos, 0.8. What happened is that I've been recording for 3 months, and in these 3 months, I've already lost some weight and I got fitter. But the video was never good enough, and I reached a point where I'm like, if I don't record now, the entire journey won't make any sense anymore. Because the better I get at running or cycling or swimming, for example, or whatever sport I'm doing, the more people will feel like left out because they will feel like, oh, I'm not good enough. And that's the entire reason why this series exists. When I decided I was gonna lose weight and I was gonna try to be an athlete or try to be fit, obviously I started looking on social media. So I was looking at TikToks and I was looking at Instagram Reels. And I never felt represented by any of those reels because the majority of the people we see on social media are either athletes or they're extremely trained people. And I always felt so bad, and I still feel so bad when I see their videos, and this is nothing to do with them, it's not their fault at all. I just think not everyone starts like that. I couldn't even run when I started, and I can still barely run. So I don't want people that don't feel represented by social media to not give it a try and not try to be the best version of themselves just because they don't feel represented, and they might feel like this is too hard for them, because that's how I felt and that's how I probably still feel. So this is also a diary for myself, a diary where I track how I'm improving, how much I'm improving, at what speed and what I'm doing to improve, so that hopefully it can help my future self looking back and be proud of the way we've gone through, and maybe it can inspire you too. And if it does inspire a single person to be a better version of themselves, then this entire series was worth it, and it was absolutely worth it for me to sit in front of the camera and look like a stupid guy talking. So, what does becoming an athlete actually means? As we said, my name is Luca, I'm obese, and I've never really done sports. Actually, I have this very tiny book. This is like a book of memories my mom made for me. This is something you do in Italy. But the reason I have this book here with me is because the only image of myself doing sport is actually inside this book. And I want to use it as proof that I'm completely untrained. So if you feel like this journey is not for you, or I cannot be an example for you to try and be a better version of yourself, that is false. I suck at sport. I sucked when I started and I still suck. Okay. This here, this is me doing karate in 2007, meaning that I was around 8 years old at the time. That's the only image I have of myself doing sport. That's how untrained I am. I started running and going to the gym. And I sucked at running. And honestly, I wish I would have these first 6 months of the journey to make it even more cohesive, because I feel like it would have been so impactful. But the truth is, I was ashamed of looking at myself, and I didn't even want to buy a scale at the beginning. So I would have never recorded myself. So I needed these 6 months as a buffer to get into the routine of going to the gym, going running, and find at least enough confidence to sit in front of a camera and be able to talk about it. So I really hope you guys will forgive me for the missing part at the beginning. I want to become an athlete, and I mean a very good athlete. The goal is, can I finish an Ironman in 12 months from now? And that's the question I'm gonna ask myself each month at every episode we make. I want to make one episode each month where I show you guys the progression. I want to finish an Ironman. I say I want to and not I will, just because I am so untrained. I don't even know what it means to finish an Ironman. I've never run a marathon. I don't have a bike. And I can't swim. And I need to swim 4 kilometers in open sea, cycle 180 kilometers, and run 42. I have absolutely no idea what I'm putting myself into. And that's what I think makes it genuine, maybe, you know? Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. The reason I'm doing this series is because I want to change myself and be healthy. I want to be fit, and I want to prove myself that I can put the same energy I put into my working life and my career into my body and my health, which is something I've really never done before. And I think this could be impactful because I know there's a lot of people out there that would love to start, but they really struggle with how they look or how they feel towards their body. I mean, you know, you just turn on Instagram or you go on TikTok and the first reel you get is someone running a marathon in 2 hours 30 and you're like, oh wow, that's insane, but you know, I'm here and I want to get here. And I have absolutely no idea how to fill this gap. This is how I felt when I started, and this is how I still feel. I have no idea how to fill this gap. And because this gap feels huge and I have no idea how to fill it, I'm not gonna start. This is how our human people think, right? And the thing is, we need to start. And we're starting. Today, actually. And when I say today, I mean I've actually already gone to the gym and I've already run. And that's why I'm making this video, because I've had the best run of my life. I've just ran 27 minutes without any walking break. So I had a very easy run for the first time for 27 minutes straight. And when I made my first run in September of last year, I could not run for 9 minutes straight. That's how far I've gone already. So I've already taken a small part of that gap out. And obviously the gap is huge, but if we fragment it into small pieces, we can do it. And I'm also pretty sure if I keep going on this series, I will impact someone else's life, because I am absolutely confident that someone out there is struggling the same way I was. But maybe you just don't know how to start, or you don't want to start. You know, I've been there. This series is also my diary. I really want to document the way my body changes, my mind changes, and the way I train changes through time. Because I look at myself every day, so I feel like it's going to be so much harder for me to notice how much I'm improving with time and with dedication, that I will really love one day to be able to go back to this video, the first one, recorded here in my kitchen without lights, without anything, and be like, wow, that's where it all started, you know? So I will train as hard as I can. This is my promise. And my other promise is I will try to be as honest as possible in showing not only the successes I will get, and the good things that will happen in this process. But I will also show the failures. I will invest a big part of my savings in the next months into this fitness journey because I will have to buy a bike, I will have to go to swimming lessons, and well, I have no idea, but I will probably end up buying stuff, right? So I will invest a big portion of my time and money into this series, and I don't expect anything to come out of this. Because the reality is, what I'm doing and what I will be doing in the next months, I would do anyway, even if I wasn't making videos. Because I want to do this Ironman and I'm doing this for myself. But yes, if Canyon or any other cycling brand sees this and you're like, yeah, we want to send you a free bike, I mean, send it over, I guess. Today is the 21st of April. The goal is that in a year from now, we're doing an Ironman. And we're finishing it. This seems impossible now, but I think we can do it. And I didn't really want the first episode of this video to be a monologue. I wanted it to be one of those super cinematic, high quality videos. But this is my problem. I never do things because I want them to be way too perfect from the beginning, and that's not how things are made. Things are never perfect from the beginning. They become perfect because you make mistakes when you do them. So I'm pretty sure this video is gonna look like crap. And probably it also sounds like crap. I don't even know if the microphone is connected to the camera. And for the rest, I'm gonna train very, very hard. I'm gonna link my Strava down here in the YouTube comments so you guys can follow me there if you want to and you can see how consistent I am in what I'm doing. And I promise you, I will try to make the next episodes better. But listen, the point is, you are never getting anywhere if you don't start. And we just started. So, I'll see you on the road. How the f*** turn this off?